Hello friends, welcome to another video. If you are new, my name is Christina, welcome. In today's video, I'm sharing with you a handful of items I picked up from a store called Goodies. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Goodies, Goodies is an LA-based store who specialize in ceramic, wooden and marble home good pieces that are no more than $25. That is a steal. So if you are in the market just looking for a little something extra for your home and you happen to be in the LA area, I recommend checking out this store. And just as a little reminder, this video isn't sponsored. I have no deals. Everything that is mentioned in this video, I purchased myself. I just love this store, and as some of you guys know, I just bought a home. So a lot of the videos on my channel, I'm gonna be talking about my house, how I'm furnishing it, how I'm decorating it, the whole 9 yards. I wanna share my experience with you, and this video is a part of that. So let's get started. First item I want to share with you all is this beauty right here. I know that this looks like a planter because of how wide this is, and you probably could use this as a planter, but the problem is there isn't a hole here at the bottom for drainage. So if you do use this for your plant, just make sure that it is permanently planted in one of those like plastic containers so that you can take it in and out of the planter to water. But the moment I saw this, I knew I wanted to use this for the cooking utensils in my kitchen. Now, I know that cooking utensils are usually, I don't know, I guess a lot narrower than this, but I think that will look really obvious if I only have a couple cooking utensils in here. But if I fill it with a ton of cooking utensils, it won't look so large. But overall, I love the color of this. I don't know if you could tell in the camera, but there is a hint of cream. It's not white or gray. I just love the color. I think it's gonna go so well with the kitchen, as you can see right here. I'm gonna just stick with all of the ceramic pieces. This one here is just a little vase. The plan for this vase is to place it on the open shelving that I plan on having in the dining room area. This area here, I mentioned it in my empty house tour. It kind of has that same material that the utensil holder has. It's pretty much the same color. It's just a different shape, it's smaller. You could probably fit just like a couple of flowers in here if you just shortened the stems. But overall, I just love, once again, how simple yet beautiful this piece is. I think it's gonna look so great on our open shelving here in the dining room. I bought two of the same thing, but just in two different colors. These are ceramic jewelry dishes. I purchased one in this white stone cream color that's actually the same material as the first two items I showed you. And then the second one is the same texturized ceramic material, but it's in the color gray stone. So yeah, I purchased two because this one here is going by the master bathroom sink, and then this one here is gonna go by the kitchen sink. The reason why I wanted a jewelry holder by the sink is because now that David and I are married, we have rings. We have wedding rings. When we're doing the dishes, if we don't have our dish gloves on, we like to take off our wedding rings. And so I've been stressing to David, make sure you put it in the jewelry dish because you don't want to lose it. You know, if nobody should be placing their wedding rings on the side of the sink without a jewelry dish, because it could fall into the sink and into the grinder, and you know, what if you don't realize that it's in there and then you turn on the grinder? I think this is so pretty. Like I said about the first two items, I think it's gonna go so well in the kitchen. I only purchased one marble piece from Goodies, and it is this catch-all here in the color cream. It's pretty small. The plan for this is to place dish soap and hand soap. So I think it'll only fit those two items in here. But when I put this on the counter, I was having a little bit of regret because I forgot when I bought this piece that my countertops is quartz. So because this is a marble quartz here, there's texture. It doesn't necessarily match the countertops. I believe it clashes just a little bit. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to keep this item in the kitchen, but I still love this piece. You could also use this piece for your jewelry. So I'm not getting rid of this entirely. I'm just not sure if it's gonna stay in the kitchen. If I had to guess what are the most popular items at Goodies, I would guess it's their wooden pieces. That's just my personal opinion, but I just love how unique, natural, and imperfect their wooden pieces are. I think there's a sense of natural and groundedness when it comes to having pieces that don't look absolutely perfect. They're also wooden pieces that are made out of real wood. So I bought 2 of the same cooking utensil, and I feel like the lines are in different places. I even saw other cooking utensils that were in different shades of brown. Also, one I would say is longer than the other just by a little bit. I plan on putting these in the cooking utensil holder I showed you earlier. I wanted these to be out in display because, as you can see, my kitchen is very white and can look very stale, which is why we picked out black appliances, because we wanted to break up how white the kitchen looks. I want it to feel warm and cozy, which is why I think these cooking utensils on display are gonna do just that. Next item is a rice spoon. Look how cute that is. I absolutely love this. And I don't have plans on using this every time I cook rice. This is only going to be used when I'm entertaining guests and we're serving rice, or I'm shooting a family dinner episode, right? You wanna have nice serving utensils for special things like that. Last but not least, more spoons. Clearly, I can't help myself. I'm obsessed with wooden spoons. Now, these are pretty long in length, and then the oval part of the spoon is quite small. So I don't think that these are necessary for eating a full meal, but I could see myself using this for coffee. Because of the length of the spoon, I feel like this would be great for stirring your coffee in the morning. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but because these are all made out of real wood, not every single piece is gonna be identical. So these actually are different shades of brown, or I think this one here is a darker shade. But I did try to make sure that they were, at least the lines were very, very similar. So I have one more item to show you. I almost forgot to show you my brand new cheese board. Look how cute this is. I plan on using this for a cheese board, but you could use this as a cutting board if you'd like. Just as a warning, if you are using this, that when you are chopping into it, there will be dents and cuts. But that is why I'm going to stick with using this as a cheese board, because I think it will last a little bit longer. You can also lean this against the backsplash of your kitchen and use it as decor. I love that this isn't a perfect square. I love that it's misshapen. It isn't perfect. I feel like when I see wooden pieces and they look like perfect, like a perfect circle, a perfect square, that sometimes it looks a little too staged. So I like that this is kind of like an odd shape. This is more so for when guests are here and we're entertaining. So I'm not gonna be using this all the time, but if you are using this all the time, because if you're using Dawn or using some sort of soap, that is going to essentially dry out the wood. So you'll notice it starts to look dull, it loses its shine, it isn't as bright. But if you use something like teak oil, Goodies actually recommends using John Boo's Butcher Block Oil. once a week, just depending on how often you're using your wooden kitchen stuff. That definitely helps make your wooden pieces last longer. Thank you for joining me on another haul. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. I will see you all in my next one. Bye!